Do you understand English but struggle to speak? Do you read English and have no problem understanding, but feel like producing the same thing when you're in a conversation would be impossible? In case you don't know me, my name is Richard Dalton. I'm the owner of Big World English. We help professionals who want to build global careers to overcome imposter syndrome, doubts, and anxieties about speaking English clearly and confidently. Today, I want to share with you the story of my student Vero, who has been working with me for the last couple of months on a very specific goal. Vero's son is getting married to a woman from Mexico who speaks Spanish. Vero and her family speak French. So English will be the language of choice between the two families. So Vero wants to be able to speak conversational, fluent English with her son's new father and mother-in-law. For example, she wants to be able to go to the wedding and feel comfortable and confident that she can speak English conversationally in a comfortable way with pretty much whoever she wants. This gives me, as her guide, a very clear picture of exactly what it means for her to be successful with English and how to make progress. So Vero joined my program, the Fluency Balance, and we put together a plan for her to achieve this goal before the wedding. In the video, I share my feedback with Vero. I give her some tips and strategies on how to speak more fluently, more clearly. But the main thing I want you to notice from her and her English is not some special trick or hack or technologies that she uses or app or something. What has made Vero consistent is that we have found a way to maximize her motivation. This is the original human technique for how to advance language fluency in the fastest and most efficient way. By connecting her motivations and her goals to a lifestyle of conversational practice, plus a confident mindset to take risks, and then language practice and communication strategies like I share with her in the session, the balance of these four things is what really gives her the best result for her English. So take a look for yourself. Let's go ahead and jump into the session. Vero, you're doing a great job with your English. These are hard topics.
Yeah, I work. I work.
I can
I
tell.
yes. I practice shadowing. I write. Is it
Good.
I write? Um,
I can tell.
I
I hear your pronunciation getting clearer.
yeah. I practice. Yes, I try to be on the different topics,
Yeah.
listening, speaking, writing.
A wide range of topics. Yeah.
And shadowing to practice rhythm and to ch
Good.
to change my habits to speak like in French. Ta 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 ta.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
try.
yeah. You're pressing on meaning is
Yeah.
what you're doing in English. We press on the meaning in
Yes.
English. Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. And so that's, yeah, very good. Very good, my student. I'm very happy to hear that you do. Because look, if you do the work, this is natural stuff. This is not my secret, right? Like if you do the stuff, my professor used to say, do the stuff and you will naturally improve. It's a natural process. It's natural. That's right. It's not something you have talent for or don't have talent for. Okay. Language talent exists, but
Yeah.
it's a very, 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 very small percent of people. For everyone else, no, it's normal. It's human. So if you just do the stuff, then you will grow. It's very simple. It's the consistency of the daily lifestyle. That's why lifestyle is part of the balance. You have to have the boring, ordinary, daily, mundane suffering, the
Yeah.
rituals of the learning. The rituals. Yeah. That's what real, legitimate, old school language learning is about. Yeah. So that's great when you combine that with that gritty, non-limited mindset, and then you have some strategies for the process and how to communicate, and you have a goal, you can get there very fast. So your main goal, you want to be able to connect with your son's in-laws, right? Well, you want to be able to have meaningful, rich conversations over a bottle of wine. right?
Mm. Yes.
That's what we're doing right here. Yeah, it's great. So that goal is very achievable when you line up that lifestyle of that daily practice with
Yes.
that mindset and those strategies. Yeah.
And I try to find more sentences to say the same thing, because I notice that I repeat exactly the same structure of sentence all the time. And
Hmm.
yes, I work on that very simply to say, for example, I find this period of my life very difficult. I
Good.
find this period of my life quite challenging.
There it is.
This phase of my life feels pretty demanding, etc. Yes, and I
Yeah,
try to change my thoughts. Mm.
that's it. And you produce meaningful language with those phrases. You try them on like a pair of pants. See, like, how does this fit when I say this? Does it sound like me? Does it sound like what I intend to communicate? Is it easy to pronounce? And a strategy is to have two or three that you keep in your back pocket to get you out of trouble. Okay. So what I mean is you're in a moment, you're in a conversation, maybe you go blank. Maybe you don't hear the person. Something interrupts communication. You have a phrase or two in your back pocket that get you out of trouble, right? So you get back into the conversation. That's the scaffolding. That's just scaffolding.
Yeah,
Okay. And so when you scaffold with questions like, do you mind rephrasing that for me? Or let me rephrase that for you. Those, you're just giving scaffold to both people in the conversation, and it helps you to rescue getting lost and get back in. So that's, and sorry, more feedback. You're making sentences. Making
yeah,
sentences. You find a phrase, you find a synonym, an alternative way to say something, making sentences with them. It's like trying on a different pair of pants and saying, do I like this? Does it feel right? Yeah. And do you find that's helping your vocabulary to expand and spontaneously in conversation?
I think I have a lot of passive vocabulary, but I don't use it. And I try to put the passive vocabulary in an active way.
Yeah.
I, I don't learn a lot of new vocabulary when I do that, because I know challenging, demanding. Just yes, I learn an expression.
Yeah.
Trying. I didn't know I can say it's quite trying for me.
Trying. Yeah.
But
Uh-huh.
yeah,
It was a trying time of life, you can say.
yeah,
How did you find your boss? He's kind of trying. Yeah, it's not a common way to describe a person, but you can say, you are trying my patience. It's like
yeah.
you're testing my patience.
Mm,
Or
mm.
don't try me.
Don't
It's
try.
like back off is what
Yeah.
it means. Yeah.
Mm,
Uh-huh. So to try, there's a lot of meanings for to try.
yes.
Hmm. So here is the way I recommend to think about um, activating passive vocabulary. Okay.
Yeah.
There's a specific way you need to think about it. So first is when we say passive and active, okay, we active vocabulary, some words we use for everything. 1,000 words is
Yeah.
80% of what we use, just 1,000 words. So you will use some words much more naturally. Yeah. But when you're talking about describing the same thing in a different way, you just want to be able to describe the same thing in a different way. The way to get better at that is you need to be aware of your reason for speaking. Your reason for speaking is
Yes.
more important than the language itself. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
So let me explain. Um, for example, you're in the airport and what is your reason for speaking English? I need to get on the plane so I can
Yes.
go to Paris or wherever. That's my reason for speaking. So if I don't speak perfectly or I speak perfectly, but I get on the plane, I have succeeded in my reason for speaking.
Mm.
So the reason for speaking is all we think about in our native language. When you go into the airport in French, you don't think about French at all ever. You only think about getting on the plane, and French is automatic, right?
Yes.
So you need to give yourself space, opportunity, and reasons to speak with that same experience where you're not thinking about English. This actually takes discipline for many students because many students have been trained to think that they have to think about their English.
Okay.
Does this make sense?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's their monitor is too loud. I talk about the monitor. So we have
Mm.
to practice turning it off.
Of-
So all these passive words that you have will show up when you have a reason for speaking. Okay.
Okay.
So I can prove it to you. Have you ever said an English vocabulary word that you didn't realize you knew? Has that ever
Yes.
that's happened? And you surprise yourself.
Yes.
And you're like, I didn't know I knew that word. And I said it perfectly and grammatically correct
Yeah.
automatically. Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's because all of your focus was on your reason for speaking. And a word that you acquired, not learned, a word you acquired sometime in the past, your brain pulled it out and gave it to you for that perfect moment, for that
Mm.
thing that you needed, because that's what your brain does in French.
Yes. I print it in my brain. Yes.
Yeah. So again, the reason we give you so many hours with Elliot just asking you questions about all these different topics is to get you to do that, where you're not thinking about your English and you're just here, like in French, you would be, right? Um, so this brings everything into automaticity is the linguistics word. It's just making it all automatic. So the formula talk about X to achieve Y is the formula. Talk about X to achieve Y. Okay.
Right.
English learning students are obsessed with X, grammar, vocabulary, rules, pronunciation. We need to get better at the next part of the formula. Why are we learning grammar, vocabulary, rules, all of this? To bake a cake, to send an email, to get in a taxi, to buy a laptop. Those are real human tasks that have nothing to do with what language we're speaking, right?
Yeah.
So in your lifestyle, we want to create tons of tasks that you have to do in English that you stop thinking about, right? So,
Um, for me, it's important to have a class regularly because it obliged me to work.
mhm,
It's Monday. I I will have a class in 2 days with Richard. I have to prepare.
yeah,
It's like an obligation, but good, huh?
yeah,
An
yeah,
obligation to work. And I appreciate a lot to be alone with you
mm,
because if there is a group, I stay outside. But
mhm,
you am obliged to speak, to to produce something.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
mhm. The consistency I hear too.
yeah.
Continue. You're going to say some more?
Um, yes, and your method is good for me.
Mm,
I watch your videos. I understood. Okay, the lifestyle, the mindset. how to say. I take notes. I read it. Yes, it's like a journey.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm,
Good. Good. So the progress is noticeable to you too.
yes, I understand better when you speak, when Elliot speaks, because Elliot's more difficult than you. Uh,
Yep.
it's okay. It's
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. Um, I'm asking if you, go ahead.
I, I stay motivated because you are there. Mm,
Yeah. Yeah.
mm.
Yep. Yep. So, the reason I'm asking is because I'm noticing improvement in your pronunciation. Your pronunciation is clearer. And you're also managing your thinking and speaking in a way that I can tell is getting faster. It's getting a
Okay.
little bit faster. So clearer and faster are two pieces of evidence that progress is happening in a consistent and steady way. Why? Because you cannot say what you cannot hear. So if I hear your pronunciation getting clearer, it means your listening is getting clearer as well. So I know that you're doing listening, podcasts, and shadowing. So your rhythm and your stress, it sounds very natural to give you feedback there. It sounds very natural. And the time that you spend thinking to find words and to organize your ideas, give yourself that time when you need it.
Yeah.
Always give yourself that time.
Yes.
Always. Because the alternative is to push and rush and then freeze and go blank. And that doesn't help anyone. But if you give yourself the space, you're able to stay in these long conversations with me and Elliot for an hour, and you're able to survive. You're managing just fine. Yeah,
Mm.
you're managing fine. So, do you feel like your endurance is better for speaking and listening?
Yes. It's less tiring than at
Good.
the beginning. At the beginning, I was. It was very energetic
Yeah.
to to listen to try to understand.
Process. Yeah.
Now it's easier.
Yeah. Your
Mm.
stamina is better. You know that word, stamina?
Stamina.
It's like endurance, your endurance, your ability to do continue. Yeah.
Mm.
That's a good sign also. So beginners usually get very tired
Yes.
because they're not used to the process, or more elementary level is tiring when
Yes.
you are speaking for 1 hour, 2 hours all day. Yeah. When you get to upper intermediate, the level that you're entering, you don't, or intermediate, upper, strong intermediate, you begin to be able to speak in long form conversations, long
Okay.
conversations. And you're listening. So when you listen to a podcast, like an hour, 20 minutes, how long usually?
Um, 1 hour per day.
Awesome.
Yes. 20 minutes. I stop. Yes. But 1 hour. I love podcasts. I
Good.
I love listening in French also.
Yeah.
It's yes, it's something I love doing. I love because I learn a lot of new things, and I yes, it's it's a good moment for me,
Yeah.
E- even in English.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, but I choose some you or someone speaking like you.
Someone clear, a good
Yes,
speed.
yes, because it's it's pleasant to understand.
Yes.
Yes,
Uh-huh.
Oh, I understand. Okay, it's okay.
Yeah.
I can stop and we
Yep.
listen again. Yes.
Yep. Yep. Very good. Pleasant to understand is exactly the feeling you want to have. It should feel pleasurable. It should feel like leisure a little bit, but just a
Yeah,
little bit uncomfortable. Just a little bit.
yeah, yeah,
Uh-huh. Yeah. So you're realizing, you're recognizing that you're understanding even more. Like it's more transparent listening to English.
yeah,
So hopefully that gave you a really clear picture of what it can look like if you just have consistent daily practice as part of a guiding plan for reaching your goals in English. If you feel like this is something you need, click the link in the description of this video to check out the Fluency Balance, the same program that Vero took, and we'll love to talk to you and learn more about your goals for speaking English confidently. Again, thanks for joining. Thanks for checking out this video. Like and subscribe, and I hope to meet you again in the next video.